Hello there, welcome back to Beauty Bees and to my first update for my year-long project Pan. I am doing this as a rolling 10-pan style project, meaning that I'm working on 10 products at any time, and once I reach a goal on a product, I roll that one on out and put a new one in its place. So I actually have really decent progress to show you guys. Unfortunately, because I make stupid decisions, I didn't think after I filmed my empties video to keep my empties that corresponded to this project, and I just tossed them. So I have 2 empties and nothing to show for it. But let's talk through them. The first empty that I have is from the Balm. This was their sparkling liquid in Lavender Mimosa. I had very little of this left in the intro, of course, because I managed to finish it within a month. This was a light purple liquid shadow with some shimmer to it. It's really pretty. I'd already had to take out the stopper by the time I filmed the intro, so I only had maybe 4 uses left, but I got those 4 uses. I greatly enjoyed it, and I'm really happy to have 1 fewer liquid shadow. I don't know why it is, but any shadow stick or liquid shadow just feels to me like it takes up so much more space than a single does, even though I don't think that's actually the case at all. The other product that I finished this month was from e.l.f. and it was their Heartcore infused lip balm or something. I'll have a picture of this product up. I had mine in the shade Ecstatic, which was a dark sort of cherry red with quite a bit of purple to it. It really wasn't a great color. Wouldn't recommend. Didn't really like how it looked on my lips, but it was moisturizing enough that I could use it. Wasn't really something that I wanted to take with me and reapply throughout the day because it was too pigmented and had these little almost black specks that were, I think, the Heartcore just coming off in little pieces rather than as a smooth layer of lip product. Anyway, it is gone, and I'm glad for that. I don't even think e.l.f. necessarily makes those anymore. I haven't seen them push them too much lately, though e.l.f. has so many products these days, I can't really keep track. There is a rollout that I managed to keep in my possession. This is from Tarte. It is a single shadow in the shade Pinup, and my goal was to hit pan, and if you can see that little glint of silver, you know I managed it. I'm so pleased. This took me so many uses. If you haven't hit pan on one of these single shadows recently, try it sometime. I think I got to 93 uses on this shadow before I had pan. And this is not a shade that I used particularly sparingly either. I mean, I don't tend to use really small little detail brushes. Usually if I'm putting shadow in the middle of my lid or in my inner corner, I just use my finger to do that. So I think my usage probably gets spread across a little bit of a wider area of the pan than a lot of people's might. But I use this as a highlighter sometimes. I used this all over my lid more than once, and it still took me 93 uses. Oh my goodness. However, this is one of my absolute favorite shadows. In the past, I've said it is my favorite, and I think that depends a little bit on the day, but it's definitely in my top 5 every day of the year, and I'm glad that it looks as loved as I feel like I love it. So really happy with my progress on that. I just need to remember to bring that out still sometimes, not have it be one of those eyeshadows that you hit your goal on and then it just kind of withers away in your collection for a couple of years, because that's sad. Also, apologies throughout this video if my voice just sounds a little bit weird. I'm getting over COVID. I'm still home because I'm still testing very, very positive, but I feel mostly better. My voice just hasn't quite caught up with the rest of me. But I wanted to get back to normal, so I decided I needed to film today. So let's move on to the products that I am still working on, and let's pick a product that's really hard to track usage on. I don't know why I thought this was going to be easy for me to track, but this is the Dream Bright fragrance from Bath & Body Works. This is one of their travel sprays, which are a 7 ml or quarter ounce size. So these are smaller than they look from the outside. It's amazing to me. I don't feel like there's a huge difference visually between a lot of 7 ml perfume bottles and a lot of 15 ml perfume bottles. And there's 2 times the product in one of those. Anyway, I have been using this relatively consistently. Like I said, I've had COVID, so I missed about a week, maybe even a week and a half of everyday makeup and fragrance wearing. But I'm getting back into things, and I was playing around with this earlier, trying to figure out exactly how much I have left, and I think I have about half of the bottle left. So I don't imagine that this is going to be gone in next month's update, but I think in the April update I should hopefully be able to move this out. And I'm pretty excited for that because I really don't like the packaging of this. I think the scent is rather nice, but the packaging is corny, so I want it gone. Next, let's move to my face products. I have 3 in this project. The first is from Bare Minerals. This is their Gen Nude Blush and Calme Blush. I have a mini. I was working on this last year to hit pan, and I did that. This year, I'm trying to finish it, and I realized as I was getting ready for this video that I deleted my photos from last year because I was like, oh, my project pan's over. I don't need to keep these anymore, except I rolled over a couple of items from last year's project pan into this one. So I don't have a starting photo for this, is what I'm saying. But I do think that I made a little bit of progress. I think that the shinier areas of the pan, if you can see, there's sort of a dull area in the center and then some shiny pieces. I think the shiny pieces are new pan since last time. And I can definitely see that, especially on this side, I'm starting to be able to see quite a bit of the sides of the pan. I am making good progress on this. I'm really happy with how far along I am on this. I'm hoping to continue to expand the pan, and I would really like it to be about dime sized by the next update. I feel like that would be a pretty achievable goal. Another product that rolled in from last year's project is from Tarte. This is Park Avenue Princess. This is a deluxe sample that I've had for literal years, like 6 years, 7 years at this point. And it is actually looking really, really well used. I hit pan in this in my project pan last year. My goal was to finish it. That didn't happen, so we're trying again. And I have the entire second ring emptied out and quite a bit of new pan beyond that second ring. I noticed I applied quite a bit of this today, and even just in that application, I felt like I could see a little bit of a difference in the amount of product that was left. So it is really, really thin through much of this pan. I think that I will see quite a bit of progress by the next update. I would really like to need to repress this after the next update. I think I have at least a month before I need to do that, but I think that would be a good goal because I think once I repress it, I'll be able to pick up a little bit more, because I think now I'm kind of getting to a point where parts of my brush get very little product on them. Parts of my brush, yes. There was subject-verb agreement there. But, yeah. Anyway, I've been using it. Not a whole lot because, you know, I missed that last week and a half, but I used a heck ton of it today because I haven't been outside in 10 days. That's not quite true. I've been outside a little bit, just not very much. Okay, last face product. This is from Etude, and this is their lovely cookie blusher in Lavender Lemon Macaron. I used this a handful of times, maybe. I would say probably 3 to 5 times. So a handful or less than a handful. Guess it depends how many fingers you have. Yeah, I can definitely see the rings, and I think looking in my viewfinder that you can see the rings through the product as well, but no pan to speak of yet. And my goal with this one is just to hit pan. If that happens pretty quickly, I might change my goal, or I might roll in my peachy blush from the same line, but we don't need to worry about that yet. Let's focus on hitting my first goal before I strategize about upcoming goals. I have one eye product left in this project. It is from ColourPop, and this is the Super Shock in Flower Child. First of all, really cute packaging on this one. I love the light yellow with the little sunflowers. It's just really cute. I love how ColourPop tweaks the packaging of the Super Shocks just a little bit for their different collections. And here is what this is currently looking like. My goal is to hit pan on this. And I feel like I'm so close. I'm wearing it today over most of my lid, and then I have a little bit of Natasha Denona Flutter in the inner corner, and then across maybe the first half of my lid. That is amping up the sparkle a little bit. This is such a pretty gold. I've used this a lot. I would say I've probably worn this 10 times in the past month. And it's so weird. Like when I swirl my finger in it to pick up product, I can feel the bump that's in the middle of the ColourPop pans, or at least the Super Shock pans. But I don't have pan yet, so I'm just going to keep on using it. I'm fine with that. I think this is a beautiful color. I mean, look at that shine. You can definitely build this up to get that yellow gold on the eyes, or you can sheer it out to just get that sparkle and shimmer. It's a really nice formula. I love the Super Shocks. I have quite a few of them, which is why I'm working on them this year. But I'm glad that I am getting use on them because they are absolutely beautiful. And then I have 2 lip products to talk about. First up, we have a product that I kind of forgot was in this project, so I think I've used this like maybe twice in the past month. This is Disco Infernal from NARS. It's one of their lip oil-infused lip tints. I always want to call these the Afterglow infused lip tints, which doesn't make sense. But anyway, I was here at the beginning, and I'm still right at the same line because, like I said, I've used it about twice. So I have 3/4 of the product roughly to go through. I know because I finished 2 of these in the past that you get about to here in this product and you can't really get much more out. So I'm probably closer to like 1/3 of the way through if you're measuring that way. But I like these. I'll keep on using it. It's not as scary as it looks. It is actually pretty darn sheer and not terribly purple at all, which for me is good because I don't think I could use up a full size like true purple opaque lip gloss. I'll keep using that, or I guess start using it since I didn't really use it in the past month. And then the last item, the last item that was in last month is a lipstick from Revlon. This is their Super Lustrous lipstick in Sassy Mauve. This is another product that was in my project pan last year and I did not finish, so it rolled into this year. And I'm getting close on this. Look at that tiny little baby lipstick. This is a beautiful color. It'll actually probably layer pretty nicely with the NARS, though I hadn't really thought about that. Here is a swatch. I like wearing this on my cheeks. I like wearing it on my lips. I love this Super Lustrous formula from Revlon. I think it's probably one of, if not the best drugstore lipstick available, and it's almost certainly the best drugstore lipstick that's available at that like $5 or less mark. I think you can get these for like $5.50, so maybe it's like $6 or less at Walmart. So impressed by this, and I love that they have the clear cap on them. That's so convenient. I like being able to see what color I am grabbing for. Why can't more high-end brands do that? Okay, anyway, I didn't say this, but I'm really hoping to have this done by the April update as well. I think I could probably get close by the March update, but I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna happen, so we're gonna try setting achievable goals this time. Let's roll in the 3 new products for next month. So the first one is actually another lipstick. This is from Kiko. It is their mini lipstick in a color that I don't know because I had to take the color name off to open the lipstick, which seems like a design flaw. Anyway, this is a little mini guy. I've used up probably half of what was originally in the bullet, and it is this very pinky purple. I'm not impressed by the formula on this. It's kind of dry, it's kind of patchy, it drags a little bit. It feels like what a standard drugstore lipstick felt like about 10 years ago. So it's not impressive at all. It's just the kind of thing I kind of want gone, but I want to use it rather than toss it. So I'm going to be working on that. Hopefully, if I focus on that, it won't take terribly, terribly long. And then another product that I want to bring in is from Beauty For Real. This is one of their eyeliners, and this is in the shade Olive. I have used a little bit of this, but I've probably used less than a quarter of what I want to use up. That was dangerous and scary. Let's roll that down before I start talking again. Here's a swatch of that. It is just a deep olive shade. I think it's pretty. I think it's a little bit softer than a black, which I appreciate because I think black sometimes is just a little bit harsh for my eyes, for my skin tone, the way I like to wear makeup. So it's nice to have a lighter color. I wear this both on my upper lash line and in my waterline, as well as sometimes on my lower lash line too. So when I actually do use this, I think that I use a decent amount of product each time. It's just I don't tend to use eyeliner super often. But that's going to change because I want to make good progress on this. And then the last item is another one that I want to finish, and this already has pan in it. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've had this for about a year and a half. I've never been all that great about using it, but I do have some pretty, the camera's not going to show them, but I do have quite a few ice pick scars along the perimeter of my face from acne that I had when I was a teenager. And I think that this does a nice job of filling those in, as well as filling in pores around my nose. And I've had this for quite a while. I've had it for a year and a half. Yeah, right about a year and a half at this point. And I've always liked it, but I just have never used it that consistently. But I want to use it up. So, hence, it makes it a really good fit for this project pan, I think. And I just want to work towards finishing this. I think that once I am using it consistently, it probably won't take me a terribly long time, because I tend to really pile this on the perimeter of my face because those ice pick scars are just bigger and deeper than normal pores would be. So, yeah, I think I can use this relatively quickly once I get into the groove of using it. I just need to get into the groove of using it. And I think that is it for this update. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know how your year-long projects are going. If you are doing a year-long project pan, I would love to hear, hopefully, that it's going really well and that you are really happy with the progress you're making. Thank you again for watching, and I really hope I see you all next time. Bye, guys.